Hi, I'm Tyler Fitzgerald from Sussex County Habitat for Humanity here at WBOC's historic Studio D, and you're watching Delmarva Life.
Can't wait to talk to Tyler about Habitat for Humanity. This is an awesome piece we're going to show you here in just a little bit. First, we talked about protecting your child when they play sports and go to school, but what about when they turn on the computer? It seems like they're always on the computer, doesn't it? Well, especially between Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, there's so many other sites, sometimes it can be hard to keep up with what your kids are doing online, but you can take steps to keep them safe. John Watkins is owner and chief technologist at Computer Island in Stephenville. John, thank you so much.
Thank you
For coming in to help us with this. So I guess the best thing for parents is really just to keep a hands-on approach to this?
Yes, I think that's the best way. Just like parents are involved with their kids' education, they should be involved with their kids' online activity. Communication is the key right there.
Now you have something that you can show us here about how to keep up with exactly what the kids are doing.
Yes, we have it's a program that Microsoft has as part of the Windows Live Essentials. Basically, it allows you to be able to monitor your child or children's activities based on what sites they go to, what they visit, how long they're there. It also has a curfew ability as well. So basically, if you have all your kids registered through this site, you need a Windows Live account to do this. You have the ability to be able to click on one of your children's accounts and then click on activity reports. And this will show basically websites they've been to, what they've done. You can drill down to get further information. There's also a time limit feature where you can actually curfew off, like, okay, if you just want your kid to be online while you're home from 6 to 8, then you can set it for that, so they can't be online only outside of the time when you're not there.
So it's not necessarily a program you have to buy, it's available as long as you're a Windows Live.
Yes, it's free. Free download, free account, and you can set it up on many computers you want. There's no cost.
How about that? Okay, so now there are common sense tips. Don't give out your password.
Yes.
Things like that. What else can we do to help the kids understand how important the privacy is?
Well, I tend to push the idea of definitely staying involved with your kids, see what they're doing, have access to their accounts. We actually have people, we have parents set up a contract with their child, and you guys go over that, what parents are expecting, what the child is expecting, and what you want them to be able to do. But there's several things you can do. As you mentioned, don't give out your passwords, don't give out your whereabouts. All personal information should not be given out there. And if there's something that the child is actually seeing online or not comfortable with, they should have the ability to come to you and share that information with you so you can see that.
This is stuff that you need to keep an open communication with your child just to make sure they understand
Absolutely.
How important it is. Once it's online, everyone can see.
Can see it.
This
yes.
is a hugely important thing, and this is something that just about anybody can do when it comes to controlling where the kids go. Because they're going to. Now, is it possible to get around this? Because I will tell you, if I set this up, my teenager is going to try to find a way to get around it.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably always a way to get in. Ideally, what I recommend people to do is to set up an account for each child, and just do not give them administrative rights. And you can actually block what the child can do with the actual software. So you don't want the child using your account to be on the web or whatever. You should have their own account, and you can monitor and manage that account.
Have them
it's a little bit more secure.
As themselves.
Yes.
Now you've got a workshop coming up that explains this and more. Tell me about your workshop.
Well, we have a workshop called Cyber Savvy Parent. It's actually this Wednesday, July 11th from 6 to 8 at my store, Computer Island, 356 Roman Coke Road in Stevensville. And basically we want to give people or parents an idea of what they can do to be more involved with their child's online activity. Cyberbullying and cyber predators are very prevalent right now. The sheriff supposedly is maybe actually coming through and talking to the attendees prior to the class, so that's going to add a little bit more emphasis on that, because it's a big problem.
Wonderful. Now, kids growing up these days, this is like second nature to them, and I'll be honest with you, there's a learning curve for me. Is this something I need to be afraid of? Is this really something I can master to take care of my kids?
Oh, you can. It's very. I think it's more simpler than people think. It's basic principles. You should have access to your child's accounts. I mean, if your child's on Facebook, then you should be a friend on Facebook, so you can see who they're talking to, what they're talking about, that type of thing. And you should have their passwords. That's just, if they're living under your roof, this is what you should be able to have access to.
And that goes for all websites,
All
anything
websites.
they're doing online.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever, you should have access to that.
Is it really possible to see if maybe they've opened another account that they haven't told us about?
Well, that's possible.
Yeah.
But if you have access to their computer, then you should be able to see what they have access to as far as another account, because it's going to be listed right there. And the software actually shows where they're going. If you see them visiting a lot out there, Facebook, and then you should be able to see where they're going, and you should be able to have access to the account. Worst case, you can at least talk to them about it and ask them about it, question them about it.
So just like following them on the phone bill,
Yeah, that's
follow
right.
their websites visited as well, and
Tracks, yeah.
find out what's going on there.
That's right. It's important.
John, thank you so much. Some wonderful information here.
you.
And again, your Cyber Savvy Parent is coming up Wednesday, the 11th, Computer Island in Stevensville.
Yes, that's right.
All right, just want to make sure you get that information out there, John. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really important stuff there. Now, if you would like more tips on how you can become a Cyber Savvy Parent, all you have to do is go to delmarvalife.com and click on the show tab. Still to come, our recent story on Habitat for Humanity. You remember we talked about that? Well, it sparked a lot of you asking us questions. As a matter of fact, we got some questions on how the nonprofit works and what can be done to help. Well, how would you like some more information about how you can get involved on building a house for someone and how it's going to change their life? We're going to share that with you here in just a little bit. Delmarva Life, life at its best, here on Delmarva.